Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole and I am back with another Technique Tuesday teaching you how to do a halo eye. A halo eye is one of the most flattering eyeshadow styles in my opinion if you have heavy mono lids, mature eyes, hooded eyes. I mean really any eye shape. I love a halo eye. I think it makes the eye look bigger and it's just extremely flattering and super easy. I know when you watch videos out there and people are like carving out their crease with concealer, you're like, whoa, I don't want to do that. That's too much. Doesn't that kind of feel like forever ago that people were doing that though? I feel like the makeup world has taken a huge, more natural shift, but I know there's a lot of videos out there like that and it doesn't have to be that complex. You can literally take a darker shadow in the outer and inner and then apply a shimmer in the center and you've got your halo eye and you're good to go. So that's kind of what I'm sharing with you today and how to make that flattering on hooded eyes or monolids or mature eyes, whatever you've got. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. If you're interested in learning how to do that, go ahead and keep watching. Please bear with me on this setup, by the way. I am trying to find a setup I like and I'm just working with what I got right now. So I know it's rough, but we will get there. So to get started, I've already applied a little bit of bronzer in my crease. I like to apply bronzer in my orbital bone crease when I go in and do the rest of my makeup. I think it makes everything look really tied together. I like to do that with my blush as well if I'm going in with a matte blush. I didn't today, but all I did was take a big fluffy brush. This is an Alter Ego number 3, and I literally just went right through my orbital bone. I like to look down as I do this so I could see where I want to apply that color. The more familiar you get with your face and your eye shape and your bone structure, the easier it'll be for you. I can kind of do this in my sleep now. So I'm going to go over it with the colors we're going in with today, but I wanted to let you know I do have a little bit of definition there, and that just kind of helps me with my eyeshadow placement as I go in. So I realized as I was getting ready for today's video, I do not have a true pink eyeshadow palette anymore. When I decluttered like everything. I just ordered a full face of M Cosmetics and I ordered some of her shadows as well. And one of those palettes has kind of the pinks I'd prefer to go into for this look, but that's okay. I'm just gonna work with what I have and I highly recommend you do the same before going out and buying anything. So I have this Alter Ego Luster palette that I've recently fallen back in love with. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and I'm going to just kind of run that on the outer third and inner third to build out the shape I want. So I'm taking that on a trusty MAC 217 and I'm just gonna start to build out the outer third and the inner third. Wow, I can't speak today. So I'm just kind of pressing. This is when something like a 217 really comes in handy because it's flat, but it also blends. So I'm just gonna kind of press and then blend inwards as I go. And again, because I have that bronzer, I know where I wanna stop. And then like I talk about in every single video, I don't usually, unless I wanna extend my eye, which I don't want to with this halo eye, I use my lower lash line as a guide for where I wanna pull the shadow out. So I'm just gonna kind of press and blend. And I don't wanna do anything too heavy, right? Again, same technique as I was talking about last week. Sometimes when you go in with a lot of shadow, it looks super heavy and it kind of makes heavier hooded eyes look heavier than they normally do, you know what I mean? So I like to keep it light when I'm doing a halo eye, but you still get that effect and that impact, and a halo eye really does make hooded eyes look bigger. It is such a flattering technique. You can kind of get the shimmer in, you still get the matte. It works really well. So what I do is I kind of blend it up, but I'm not adding product as I blend up into the crease. I'm keeping the product heaviest around the lash line here, and then I don't want to add anything beyond where that bronzer comes in. And then I blend it a little bit too far in here on this side, but you want to kind of think of it as like an upside down triangle, I guess, even though it's not really a triangle shape. It gets bigger, like I'm basically leaving more blank space, right? As I get higher towards my crease, and that's where I'm going to go in with my shimmer. So kind of goes smaller and then goes out. All right, so we're evened out. So one thing I wanted to also point out is, do you see how I didn't take any of that pink shadow in the center here, there's obviously that bronzer to give me a little bit of depth so we could kind of fake a crease, but I'm not bringing the pink in there. And I think that's kind of a key difference in what I see people do a lot and what I think flatters my hooded eyes is I don't apply any pink across the center. It's just blank. So when I go in and apply my glitter, I just kind of fade it up into nothing. That's how I like my shadow to look. I like it all to kind of start darker towards the lash line and then fade up as it goes up. So I'm gonna quickly add a little more definition. I just think I need a little bit more here. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of opaque here. This color, it is shimmery. And I know a lot of times people kind of just stick with the mattes and then do the shimmer in the center, but I'm here to tell you, you can break the rules and do whatever works for you. And that's what I want to do. So I'm grabbing this Morphe M507 brush, really nice, tiny brush. These are essential when you're going in and kind of doing detail work. So I'm picking up a little bit of that. And again, keeping the darker colors towards the lash line. I'm gonna kind of press that in just to give a little more definition to this look. You know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna take a little bit of opaque and rare and mix them together and just kind of form my own darker color. I'm gonna kind of use this more towards the outer third. Keeping it darker towards the tear duct. I started to work on the lower lash line and totally forgot I was filming. So I am gonna go in with Mystic, that first shade on the lower lash line, and I'm just gonna kind of repeat exactly what I did on the upper with the lower. So I'm gonna kind of avoid the center area and I'm just gonna apply in the inner and kind of outer third area. All right, and finally, I'm going to lay down from the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Luxury Eye Palette in Star Aura, right? Yeah, Star Aura. I'm gonna grab this pinky shimmer shade, very, very sheer color. And I'm gonna go in with a Colourpop shadow topper. It's just a little bit on the like diamondy white side, really pretty. But again, I don't have anything pink, but I wanna kind of give myself a little bit of like a pink base. So on my finger, I'm gonna just kind of pop that right in the center where we haven't applied shadow. And I like to take it on my pinky. I have chubby fingers, so this can be a little bit difficult, but I'm still following that same exact shape of a little bit thinner towards the lash line, and it gets bigger as you go up, right? And then I switch to the other pinky, and then I do the other side. Both of the cats have joined me in this room, if you hear the squeaks. And then I just kind of pat right in the center there, and we'll blur the edges. This is just kind of laying down the foundation, and I like how that looks for now. So I'm gonna grab that Morphe M507 brush and jump right into that opaque color, once again, the darker shimmery color, and very lightly, I'm barely putting anything on there. I'm just gonna kind of try to blend the edge a little bit. I don't want to do too much here because you still want, you know, the halo effect, but you don't want it to look like there's a harsh line. So I'm just kind of trying to blend that line a little bit, just like that. This side's a little more harsh. Tends to be, because this is like my not favorite side. So I don't know. I always struggle with this side. But then I look at pictures and I like this side more. All right, so now I'm gonna take the Super Shock Shadow in Good Boy, and I'm just gonna take that on my pinky finger once again, and I'm gonna just kind of stamp right over that pink shade. I'm like shaking off the excess here, but I just wanna have a little more reflect here, and Hopefully that wasn't focusing on my compact. I feel like that happens every time I film a video now, but I just want to add a little extra something here. Trying to keep that more towards the center. And I just tried to do this with a brush and it did not work. I find if I use the same hand as the eye, I kind of have a little more leverage, so switch to that. And you do want to make sure when you're going in with that shimmer that, you know, you're kind of tapping it right up to that crease area with whatever's left over. I'm not adding product into the crease, I'm just kind of moving it up. And then I'm gonna go back into that pink shade with a smudger brush, and I'm gonna just apply this right in the center where I haven't applied any shadow yet. I should look up to do this though. And yes, you will get fallout from the Colourpop shadows or whatever glitter you use. I just think it kind of adds to the look. I don't mind it when there's a little bit of glitter on the face. I do mind it in 2 weeks when I find glitter every time I'm doing my makeup. That irritates me, but when I have it on my face, I just kind of commit to it. It has been a minute since I've done a halo eye, but every time I do, I fall in love with it. This is seriously one of my most favorite styles to do eyeshadow. So I'm gonna pop off here and apply some mascara and lashes. I do think with the halo eye, lashes do take it to that next level. You could totally not if you want to do this every day, because I think if you tone this down a little bit, this could be kind of an everyday look. So I'm gonna grab my Ardell Extensions FX. These are very, very flattering for hooded eyes. They actually made them for hooded eyes and mono lids, which is great. So I'm gonna pop these on and I will be right back here. I finished up the lashes and the liner off camera. I also went in and did something that I don't usually do. I went in on the lower waterline with this Colourpop cream gel liner in Good Reef. It's a really, really pretty pink color, and I added that on just the lower waterline, and I thought it added something super cool and unique and different for me. So that's it, you guys. It really doesn't get any easier. Don't be intimidated if you have hooded eyes or mature eyes or mono lids by a halo eye. I think that can get kind of intimidating when you see people going in and doing a lot of steps. It's really simple. I know I ended up deepening with some more shadows than I typically do just because I don't have the palette here that would really make this easy. So I kind of had to create my own colors, but all you gotta do is add one color on the outer and inner and then go in on the center with a shimmer and you are good to go. Try this. I'm telling you, if you have hooded eyes or mature eyes or heavy lids, this is such a flattering style and it will take you 5 minutes flat. Of course, if you're going in with lashes and all that, it'll take a little bit longer, but really, really simple, really accentuates hooded, monolid, heavy eyes, and I want you to give it a try. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit of something today. If you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the absolute world, and make sure to follow me on Instagram. I have been posting makeup related reels and animal related reels left and right. I'm really trying to interact with you guys a lot out there and, you know, just do those quick little videos and teach you something or make you laugh, whatever it is. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.